So I'm roaming around and I found a nice puddle that I'm super inspired by, so I'm gonna take a look at it and see how it works. So what I'm gonna do first is obviously open up my camera app, and I'm always using the native camera. It's my go-to. The nice part is that we set ourselves up for a really easy shoot with the grid and everything like that, so we'll be able to match it up much easier. So what I'm gonna do is, because you notice that the actual lens of the camera is right on the top of the phone, what you're gonna do is flip your phone. Try your best not to drop your phone into the water. I've done it once, but it kind of survived, so it wasn't too bad. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna get down low, and you might even need to get your body in there and just see how your shot is. And what I like to do is I'll tap in the lightest area of the photo to get that focus, and I'll shoot that. And then what I'll also do is tap right in the middle to get where the ground meets to the top, and you'll just wait for the cars to pass. And I might actually, so what I'll do is I won't even necessarily need to worry about that car all the way over there, because I already know that the object that I'm gonna put in to the actual image will probably, you won't even probably see that background. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap that again. And then also tap into the water to get that more in focus. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that again. Wait till the cars pass. You maybe even get in a bit lower. So go a little closer. And you can even go a little closer to the edge of the puddle to get a more street angle. You can play with the depth as well by tapping. And you can see that the focus is changing every time you tap and change perspective. So you just want to have those options. And then if you want, you can come back all the way back here, and you've seen that you've got even a bigger reflection that you're playing with. And I'll just take a look at these, and you'll see actually on the photos, on the top right corner, it'll say HDR. This is your HDR option of that photo. And when you swipe, you might notice the difference. The HDR is a little brighter and a little more detailed than that regular photo. So you'll definitely have a few different options to play with as far as detail and lighting, but this looks gorgeous for right now. I definitely can tell that there would be a really nice filter edit, and the colors of the trees and the reds and all that stuff could really play off really well. So I might throw a giraffe in there. Why not? So we're still in the search for the perfect puddle. I've managed to come into this awesome alley. It's really great. It's got some really wonderful color theories that we can kind of play with. Yesterday we came by here actually, and that yellow truck was not here. And I'm kind of glad that it's here today, because I love the contrast between the yellow and the tree and the red. There's just some nice color popping here that I like to play with. And luckily enough, we've got a puddle readily available for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up my native camera app, and I'm gonna bring it down low. But what I notice is, even I'm looking into the shot and I see that there's already a reflection that I might be able to use just for fun, for something. I see myself in the puddle, and I also like these color of the leaves that are popping out, and sometimes that could add a little bit of fun to your photo. So I'm gonna go ahead and just shoot a little reflection shot of myself. And you can see there's like some building coming in, and if you're in a different city where there's higher buildings, this is always a really, really fun shot to grab. This is a really fun perspective. You can see all the buildings coming in and out from the water, so it's really, really cool. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it all the way here, and like I said, bring it as close as possible. I want that yellow to pop as much as possible, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold the lock. And what that lock is gonna do is it's gonna lock the focus for me. And I'm also gonna bring down the exposure. Basically drag your finger where that little sun symbol is, and that'll help us focus and get more of that yellow right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just shoot. And then also We want to focus on it a little more. Hold that focus again. A little higher up and bring it down. And you can see we've seen the background of the image much more and it's not so blown out. So bring it down a little more. We've got some people in the shot. And like I said earlier, we can also bring it back over here for a different perspective. And the issue with this, and I am finding personally, is that this puddle is obviously not in the center of the alley. So we're gonna have a different kind of style, but I'm kind of okay with that because we can still kind of play around with the water and the reflections and we won't worry too much about the lines in the back. But if you were worried about it, we're lucky we've got the grid up and that'll help us line up these edges of the buildings so that when we do come back around to check out our shot, even if it's not symmetrical entirely, it will be lined up nice and right with all the buildings. So you can bring it back over here if you'd like. Get a little lower in, even to this side. And I kind of even like that too. That looks really nice. So the grid lines can only help you so much when your face is that close to some water outside. So later on, I'll definitely show you how to make your shot nice and lined up.